So the Bank of Canada maintained its overnight lending rate today, and that is good news, hopefully. However, one of the things in their press release it said is they're going to continue quantitative tightening. So we still might see a rate increase in the overnight lending rate before the end of the year. But the good news is that they did not increase the overnight lending rate. Now, I wanted to remind you that the overnight lending rate impacts variable rate mortgages and the prime rate, and then credit cards and lines of credit. It doesn't necessarily have a direct impact on fixed rate mortgages because fixed rate mortgages are priced off of the bond market, which is a leading indicator, and the prime rate, the overnight lending rate, is a lagging indicator. So it looks at the history and what's been happening with inflation, and the bond market, which impacts fixed rate mortgages, is a leading indicator, which impacts, as I said, fixed rate mortgages. So what do we do with variable and fixed rate mortgages? Well, I'm actually hosting a webinar on September the 19th, and I'm hoping you are going to join me, because we are going to look in detail on what's happening with mortgage rates, what the forecast is for rates, and look at how people now qualify for mortgages. And if they're having trouble qualifying for mortgages, what they can do. Now, this is important to you as a real estate agent because, as you know, qualifying for a mortgage and mortgage interest rates have a direct impact on whether or not people buy and sell. And one of the things that I wanted to mention to you is that if you do have buyers who are purchasing for under $1 million, this is a really great opportunity to reach out to them, because these interest rates are the best. And why? Because when somebody purchases a property for under $1 million and they work through a wholesale bank or a mortgage lender, we have something called insurable rates. So they have to qualify based on a 25-year amortization, but because the mortgages are back-end insured against default, so the borrower doesn't pay for that, the lender does. These rates are typically the best. And right now, when you say best interest rates on fixed 5-year fixed rates or any fixed rate mortgages, it'll be somewhere between 5.5% and 6%. Most other rates, including variable rate mortgages, are over 6%. Now, today's prime rate, mortgage prime rate, is at 7.2. So for example, if you're purchasing a property that is under $1 million and you're putting 35% down, you're going to be at prime minus 0.9%, right? Whereas if the property is over $1 million and the mortgage is uninsurable, you're probably looking at best case scenario, prime minus 0.3, right? So 7.2 minus 0.3. So this is a little bit about what's happening with mortgage rates. We love working with realtors. If you do have any questions, certainly reach out to me. The best way to do that is to go to my website at skipthebank.ca, and there's a tool at the bottom of the right-hand corner. You can schedule an appointment, because we also believe when realtors are working in partnership with their mortgage broker, it always ends up better for the customer. Okay, so have a great day. Look forward to you guys joining us on September the 19th, and go sell a house.